Good morning. I'm heading to go grab some coffee at my favorite coffee shop, Brass Tacks, here in Edo, and I'm about to publish my next draft on my website, htxhomesales.com. But I kind of wanted to just give a quick dispensary here of what I spoke about. I got to the point where I was so busy I had forgotten that I hadn't written my blog for the week, so I asked my wife what I should write about, and she says people at work said, ask your husband what he thinks about the market. Well, I can elongate this and make it crazy, or I can tell you just the substantive belief. It's crazy. It's still crazy. And tomorrow when I wake up, it's going to be crazy. And next week when I wake up, it's going to be crazy again. So nobody knows what's going to happen. And most of the people that are selectively considering purchasing a home now are doing so in a mindset of saying, I'm going to wait till rates go down. Let me just explain something to you. If you've ever heard the terminology, that ship has sailed. Yep, that ship sailed. So to keep yourself from further digging into this abyss of crazy rates that will eventually get worse and worse until a correction is, I guess, financially made from a perspective of curbing the inflation and really kind of slowing down the level of buyers and bringing the housing market not to a crawl, but basically to a little bit of a pause. Maybe. I think after that we're still going to be dealing with some craziness. But the reason why we do that is because this is not a sustainable solution here. I think many of us who have really kind of seen this over the last 18 months can talk collectively, and we've talked and mentioned that the one word that just really kind of jumps off of our tongue is it's not sustainable. It's not something that can continue on this level. And we believe that we're right. So in an effort to help you understand the question that comes through, what do I think about the market? I think the market right now is extremely strong. I, for one, am happy. My wife and I purchased less than 18 months ago, and we've seen the value of our home almost increase by 30%. That's wonderful for us, as that's a way to build a level of generational wealth. But I think the things that you have to continually put into tune, into perspective, is that you have to be financially ready as you are emotionally ready. But how long can you wait? And the question is like, when is the right time? And what are you waiting for? It's all of these things that kind of just jump up. Like, what am I waiting for? Why am I doing this? Well, that's a good question. It doesn't take any real true effort to contact a real estate agent. It normally doesn't take any difficulty in communicating with a local mortgage lender. People are so worried about their credit scores. I don't want to get a hard pull for my credit score. Well, then you don't want to buy a house because they pull your credit and it's a hard pull and you don't have a choice. Buy a house, pull your credit. Don't pull your credit, don't get a house. There is no weight shift to where one makes better sense than the other. They will pull your credit, and that's it. So for the people that are doing that, you're just not ready to buy a house. And that's okay. But if you are, you should be easily and readily available to speak to a lender. You should talk to an insurance agent quoting an idea from a home perspective in an area you're looking. And to get a realistic expectation, ask them what the escrow looks like. Ask them about questions about PMI, or primary mortgage insurance. Ask them what escrow actually runs through when the bank makes your full payment and everything. And keep in mind, the mortgage of your home is X number. And then the tax and the insurance is something completely different. That's in the form of what we call PITI, anywhere you're at, PITI. And that is your principal, your interest, your tax, and your insurance. Okay? That collectively is your monthly payment you see every month. It's not your whole mortgage. So when you're telling somebody you have a $2,500 mortgage, that's not true. You're meshing your taxes and your insurance in with it, and your bank's making the payment. Your mortgage is probably closer to $1,700 when you look at it from a realistic expectation. So Ask the questions. Take 5 minutes. Speak to a realtor. Man, I wrote a blog the other day. Everybody says everybody knows a realtor. I don't really think I believe that. I still constantly speak to people all the time. And, over 70% of people will choose the first realtor that speaks to them about something or that creates a relationship that can help them in the future. Ask the question. It's 5 minutes. And if you don't like what they say, walk away. And if you don't like what they say and you walk away, again, it's a perfect determining fact that you are not ready to buy a house. Those realtors are ready to sell you a house, but they're also ready to inform you about it. And then the lenders are just going to kind of cut through the chase. They're going to tell you, hey, I want a $500,000 house. Okay, you can only afford a $300,000 house. There's no side shifting to one or the other. Well, let's just think about let's just stop at 400,000. No, you're where the bank tells you your loan capability is at. That's why we ask and answer the hard questions, and we tell you things that it's not necessarily that you don't want to know. You have to. It's just by standard of understanding. In our industry is that we have to inform you, and you have to know these things. It's invaluable to know everything and to be prepared. So I can't tell you how to navigate through this market and how to get through the difficulties that everybody's dealing with right now. However, if you at any point feel like you can speak to a lender and they can put a financial net sheet together and tell you where they believe your payment's at, and you sit down at the dinner table and you speak with your wife or your partner and you talk and discuss, hey, can we afford this? If you feel like you can, get yourself emotionally prepared and buy a house. It is one of the greatest opportunities and also one of the greatest parts to earn responsibility to upkeep something that is quite simply the largest purchase you'll ever make in your entire life. I hope that helps. For more information, feel free. You can read any of my blogs at htxhomesales.com. And you can also reach out to me by email, phone, or text. I'm here to help when you're ready. Have a wonderful day, Houston. Take care.